So I've been noticing this thing in the world that we're competing in now in podcasts, that there's a lot of guys over the age of 50 that are enjoying talking to women, or at least talking about it. Shannon Sharp is 55, Stephen A. Smith is 56, Shaq Diesel, you're a young, spry 51. My question for you is this. Shannon, Stephen A., and Shaq, the three S's, are all at a fine establishment, and a classy, beautiful, impressive woman walks in and you're all interested. Who's getting the number?
Me. You know why I'm getting the number?
Why?
Shannon's going to be too thirsty. Stephen A. And Stephen A. going to try to sound too smart with them dumb big-ass words he be using. Hey, can I get your convocation? And she's just going to look at me and she's going to know that I already got the PhD. And she's going to say, oh, that's Shaq, how are you? And I'm just going to sit back. Just going to sit back and say hello. And I'm going to act like I don't want it. And that's why I'm going to get it. Hey, man, they don't call me Shaq-a-Nova for nothing, brother.
Do you think Stephen A. and Shannon would agree?
They don't have to agree. I know what would happen.
I'm glad I asked that question. Hey, so I just want to talk about this. I brought it up in the beginning when we were talking to Baumgartner. This Cat Williams thing, bro, with Shannon Sharp. The reason that I wanted to ask you is, I think that you have been so influential to comedians for so long. I did not realize comedians were this competitive. Have you seen it? What did you think of everything that he was saying, bro?
Everybody is competitive. You know, like I'm looking at these podcast numbers and all that. We coming for the top spot, me and you. Comedians are definitely competitive. You know, when I had my Shaq comedy thing going, everybody wanted to go last, and who's headline, who's making this, who's making that. I wanted to put Kings of Comedy 2 together. That's what I wanted to do. But, you know, we could never, because, you know, everybody's worrying about who's going to go last and who's going to go first and who's headlining, so we can never really get it together. I will not resort to the new way of thinking all the time. When I talk my stuff, it's only for stuff that I can relate to. I'm a former basketball player, so I may talk about some people inside that world. But in real life, there's a rule, Adam, it's called mind your business. And we know people's business now because people talk about other people's business. But if it ain't basketball related, I don't think I can get into it. It was very interesting. I'm like everybody else. I heard it, but I don't want to say he shouldn't have did it, he shouldn't have did it, because guess what? Street rule number one, that ain't my business. Like, you got a lot of people now commenting, oh, he should have did it. That ain't what I do over there. And I will never grab my phone and be like, Cat did it. Hey, it was interesting. Shannon had fun. Shay had fun. Cat was going off. He was speaking his talk, and as a consumer, I just thought it was very, very interesting. But you know, I'm an old school cat, and I always follow the old school rule of mind your goddamn business.
It's probably good for the pocket. All right, you did say Kings of Comedy 2. Who would be your 4 that you would put in Kings of Comedy 2? But you couldn't use anybody from Kings of Comedy 1.
If I had the power to do Kings of Comedy 2, and again, it's kind of hard to say who would headline because I don't want to just...
Yeah, no order, just the 4.
I would have Cat. I would have Mike Epps. I would have Kevin Hart, and I would have to have Dave Chappelle.
It's a strong 4. And I think of those 4, I think they would all be okay if Chappelle finished.